and welcome to another edition of the One Team We Agree On. I'm Jillian.
I'm Kyle. How are you doing today?
Well, the Eagles just won and they beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead, so I'm happy about that. Um, so yeah, doing well from that and Union 2 winning, and the Phillies clinched. So I'm happy about that. It helped wash away a little bit of the stink of last night.
Yeah,
A
I
little bit.
mean, yeah, Dolphins are horrible. Union 2-1.
Yes.
Um, so
Don't you
they're
think it's time to just jump on the bandwagon and join
no,
me?
no, never,
Go Birds.
never. Fins up all day, no matter what. No matter what.
Hey, I respect that.
No matter what. Even though the ship is sinking, well, it's already sank. It's at the bottom of the ground and
It's on the bottom of the ocean.
it's on fire at the bottom of the ocean. Sort of like last night's performance.
Which is worse, the way the Dolphins been playing or what happened last night?
All the way the Dolphins have been playing. The whole organization's
Yeah, because
way worse.
it's
Like
the Union have clinched the playoffs.
it's one match
It's
out
one match.
30, and we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, so
But
everybody
hey,
overreacting out there. It could be worse. You could be a Dolphins fan.
you could be a Dolphins, Timberwolves, Flames fan. Oh, okay, don't even get
Yeah,
started.
the Timberwolves have actually been like
Yeah,
decent,
but
but
years of Glenn Taylor ownership, and
mm,
we'll see what
yeah,
Mark and Alex do. But
yeah.
anyway, on today's show, we are back after.
Feels like forever.
Well, we had the episode after Union 2's win
Yeah, we did some live
over.
Twitter.
Yeah, we did.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's on my Twitter, silly double underscore Jilly. You can find it there. Still figuring out how to actually, you know,
Upload.
yeah, like disperse it.
And thanks for Alex for joining. It was great to have him on,
Yeah.
and as always. So that was good. And then last week, we were gonna record, and yeah, long story short, I got a concussion. So
Yeah.
don't even go there. Don't even go there.
I'm not gonna bring up Tua.
Okay. Having said that, feeling a lot better last 2 days. So we thought we'd record today, get that out there. You got two matches this week coming up, but we're going to talk about some additions and some returning players for the second team.
Mhm.
Um, today's match against Crew 2. And yeah, well, I know you were on the post-game show with Mike Barrera and Jose Nunez last
Yeah,
night.
go check that out, everyone. AAT Sports episode with Mike and Jose. It was
Yeah, it
good.
was some good talk.
Mhm.
And by the way, the restaurant in Vegas that I was talking about is still open. So yes,
I would like
it's
to check that out because Argentinian food sounds good.
it's also
And
Venezuela.
Venezuelan?
Yeah, it's like South American food.
Yeah,
But
sounds good to me.
anyway, what are we wearing today?
So, in honor of the Eagles playing today, and also because it is the color, the major like wedding color for my brother and his now wife. Congrats, Patrick and Lynette. This like green color. I'm wearing the green like Earth Day kit from the warm-up top that Union and the rest of the league wore because I got it on discount. And yeah, so but it's funny because it's like yeah, their wedding colors. I was joking, with you, Kyle. I was like, I could have worn this as a bridesmaid, right? If it fits the color scheme. No. But yeah, I got that on sale. So yeah, it's kind of cool because it has that kind of wood detail in it.
Yeah, it's really nice. The wood detail is really, in my opinion, what sets that kid apart from everything else other than just being a plain
Yeah, because when I saw it at first, I was like,
yeah.
it's okay. But I like the
It's the
color.
Portland Timbers kit.
I am a fan of the color, though. I like the color. It really matches my eyes.
As somebody that's a fan of the color green,
Yes.
I'm kind of
So
50-50.
you're a fan of the color green. I could tell you a great football team to cheer for, that is green. Just saying.
Kelly Green.
Kelly Green is amazing. So is Midnight Green.
Anyway, I agree with you there. Anywho, um, I'm wearing the Reno Aces AAA shirt that I got when I was out in Reno when we recorded our last match. Yeah, this is just something I thought it reminded me of Alice in Wonderland. Big fan of that movie, and yeah, just a really cool little. They have a couple other logos. They even have like a Silver City, but those shirts were like 55, $60, and this was like
Yeah.
15 bucks. It's a nice comfy shirt. And just something from remembering my time at Reno, which I had a wonderful time at the convention in Reno. Would love to go back again,
Lake Tahoe looked amazing too.
which it
The
was. But so where can people find us at?
So you can find us on socials at we're on Twitter at TOTWAG, and we're also on Blue Sky at TOTWAG. We're on Instagram and Facebook at The One Team We Agree On. We have our YouTube channel, The One Team We Agree On. And check out our website, theoneteamweagreeon.com, for lots of articles. And we've been posting a lot on there lately for sure. Individually, you can find me at silly double underscore Jilly on Twitter and on Instagram. I'm at Jillian Almany on Blue Sky as well. And you, Kyle, are at Coach Almany on all of those socials.
Yeah, and again, as always, we thank people for tuning in and listening to us again today. Um, we're going to try to make this as positive as possible in some regards, but first off, we are at 91 viewers on
Subscribers?
subscribers,
Yeah.
sorry. 91 subscribers on YouTube and nine away from 100. So I think we're getting to that point. Let's see if we can get to 100. Maybe
Yes.
we'll do a
I'll spread the
special.
word.
Yeah, spread the word if you're listening, and maybe we'll do a special giveaway. Time will tell, but we do have something planned special if we do hit 100. I will say that.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people listen on like Spotify and Apple and everything. Like, but if you aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do, because then you can see our lovely faces on um YouTube as well. No, actually there's an audio version on there too. But yeah, like any help everyone can
Yeah,
do to
would be
spread the
great.
word. We love you for it.
Yeah, and other than that, we'll dive into it. First off, we're going to dive into a little bit of some Union 2 signings this week. First off, I wouldn't say it's resigning, it's a recall.
Yes.
Um, CJ Only's back in town. Philadelphia Union announced this week, earlier this week, the recall of CJ Only's loan. Uh, Only during his time at USL Championship Lexington. Um, Made three appearances, logging 50 minutes and recording one assist.
You were out in Vegas
I
when
was out in Vegas
there.
after Union's 1-0 win against FC Cincinnati. Uh, and I happened to stay at the same hotel as Lexington did. We won't get into that. But I will say, warming up, CJ was warming up the goalkeepers, and he was sitting there in just regular t-shirt, shorts, and like
Was he in the match day lineup?
he was not in the match day lineup. He did, after he warmed up the keepers, kind of go through routines, but then he just sat there on the bench the rest of the match. Um, it was clear after kind of some early, just kind of getting in and figuring out what they were going to do. It wasn't really necessarily working out. Ryan said this was going to be a step up. And um, by the way, I did have Ryan Richter's comments because we did speak to him this week.
Yeah, so we asked Ryan about CJ returning, and um, Ryan had some really great comments, some good perspective on that.
Yeah.
Maybe not fully positive experience as far as the game time, but this was a valuable life experience for him and understanding how hard, the path that he's on is going to be. So he's come back, he looks lively, and he looks like he has a new appreciation of like, okay, like I need to, it's not just going to go good every week. Every step is not going to be perfect. Something that you're going to have to grind through, and he's going to use this experience that um, it didn't work out great, and I would say with Lexington, and he's gonna use that experience to motivate himself to do well to finish out this season. And as he prepares for preseason with the first team, now he has a kind of a new appreciation of what men's soccer is, and he will. I can see it already in the way that he's kind of responding, the way he's carrying himself, and the way he's been around the group. He's responding in a great way, and so that's a little growing up experience for him, and I think it's one that he's gonna take really positively through the next few years.
Yeah. I agree with everything Ryan said there.
I do too.
Um, and I thought today, seeing him back on the pitch, I thought nothing really changed in terms of performance. I thought he played well,
Yeah, he did.
and he stepped up to the occasion. And at the end of the day, it's good to have CJ back as they make the playoff push. And would you be surprised if next year they loaned him out again?
I wouldn't be surprised if they tried that again if they can't find really any room for him with the first team, which is a shame. But
It is.
I think that given the chance to go play at that level and learn, I feel like he could do as like McCanya did and really, uh, step up his game because I think he is a very talented player and been very high on CJ for a while. So, I think it really was a good learning experience for him. And Union 2 were definitely, I think, missing him while he was gone. I
Mhm.
think with him and with David Vasquez departing, there was just kind of a hole there. And so getting him back, I think that certainly helped. And it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the season goes with him.
It will be. Uh, I would be curious to see maybe is this going to be, I hope it's not another Brandon Craig situation
Hmm.
or a Nelson Pierre, although to Nelson's credit, he's found success in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that path goes. Hey, like Ryan kind of said there, every player has their path.
Mhm.
And I think that's the important thing. Is it with the Union? Time will tell, but uh, again, it's good to have CJ back for now, especially for the playoffs. Bring some veteran. He's been there. Um, Obviously Neil. Uh,
Easy to forget. He's only 18.
that's the other thing. You know,
You know?
I mean, physically he's still developing.
Yeah.
And Ryan told us, USL's way better than MLS Next Pro. And you can see that just
Hmm.
watching those matches. So again, needs to get a little physical, more physical, needs to continue to develop, but hey, at least he got an early taste of it. And for the second, the Union Tucson goalkeeper Lou,
Liedke?
yeah, it's Lika. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, he is we've seen him in training.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
been
We saw him
training with,
like for weeks, like
yeah, he's
like
been
through the
training with,
summer with
yeah.
Union 2. Like we've seen him there.
And I think with now Rick, with Andre's situation kind of up in the air still,
Yeah.
they bring in George Marks after they got rid of Oliver Zemla. Um, you know, Alex Smith's probably going to go play with U18s. And who you got? Mike Sheridan. So, yeah, the guy's been playing. Ryan even said he's happy for him.
Yeah.
Lou brings a lot of experience. He was with NCAA division champion Vermont Catamounts last
Yep.
year, played 4 years at Davidson. So,
Mm.
I mean, it's a good sign. Does he stick around after 2025? Probably going to look at an academy kid, or if there's nobody in the pipeline, maybe there's an
Yeah.
opportunity there. But
Yeah. He looks solid at
yeah,
training. I've seen him at training quite a bit while I was there during the summer. And
same.
so yeah, I mean, I think he brings some good depth there and
I mean, it doesn't do anything that stands out, but at the same time, hey,
yeah.
again, you're working with Phil Wedd, you're working with Ross Kane and that staff. I mean,
Yeah.
it speaks volumes if the union are willing to go out for you. But again, uh, we'll be curious to see what the next development of Union Academy keepers are. And there's some in the pipeline. How
Yeah.
close are they? Time will tell.
Yeah, yeah, there's definitely some that are coming up through to keep an eye on. But I think, the fact that Union 2 has had five different goalkeepers in matches, like actually play in the matches,
Mhm.
is something. Plus, not to mention the few that have been on the bench. So the fact that they increased their goal differential even more today. So it's definitely ahead of everyone else in MLS Next Pro. First team had been top in goal differential until, well, the match in Vancouver. But that the goalkeeping has been strong for the organization.
Do you want to? Yeah, no, I agree. Do you want to end on a high note, or do you want to talk about Union 2 now?
Well, we've been talking about Union 2 so much. I mean,
Let's get
we can do
into
that.
talking about
I'd
it.
I'd rather end on a high note, but
Yeah, let's
let's
segue into that.
yeah. So Union 2, they played today as we're recording on Sunday, and they came away with a 3-1 victory over Columbus Crew 2. Now, Crew 2 were they're at the bottom of the table. They're eliminated. They're in dead last. And Union 2 now pull into second place in the East. And so this is a game going into it that look at they should go win this. They've beaten them the other two times they faced them, including on the road, because they had one home and one away game. But as Ryan Richter said, also Crew 2 were always like in those matches though. And either, they weren't losing by much or, it might be like a late goal or something
Mhm.
that they give up. So, and it showed like, yeah, in the match today, Crew 2 was never out of it really. They were getting their chances, but Union 2 putting up two goals early on, I think really helped the confidence of Union 2.
No, first, Union got out to a great start. They looked good. Like this match to me very much matched what we saw 2 weeks ago in Northern Kentucky. Um,
Yes, it was very much like that.
you know,
They were off to a
Stas
hot start.
Stas gets his first goal since June.
Yep.
Early on, put Union up to 1-0.
Yep. Like
Then
11th minute.
Marcus gets a goal for the first time since the end of July, puts them up 2-0. And for
Yeah.
the first half, Union had
Oh my
opportunities.
gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Eddie was
think
getting chances. Eddie Davis was
ev
getting chances. Marcus is getting chances.
everybody was getting
Victor
chances.
Benitez like had,
Yeah,
that's like, yeah, they were threatening quite a bit.
they were. And I tweeted that out at halftime that Ryan Richter's gonna say them first thing out. I can already see it.
Hmm.
Like he's gonna say, "Hey, we probably should have had two
Probably,
more goals.
yeah.
Should have been 4-0 at half." And that's what you want here because it really should have. It should have been 3-4-0 at half. Now, granted, their goalkeeper,
He did a good job. I
he
mean,
did. He made some really good
he did.
saves. Mike Sheridan, to his credit, on the night,
I thought Mike was excellent.
yeah, I thought he was good.
Yeah.
I thought the goal there they gave up late by Chase Adams, he kind of awkwardly played it, but again, it's MLS Next Pro.
Yeah.
Um, would Andrew Rick make that save? I don't know, but if we're gonna keep it a buck 50,
Hmm.
maybe he makes a save. But again, Oscar probably could have done a little better. He gets turned by Adams there.
Yeah.
Leads that goal. Union are now down 2-1. You're like, oh no, here we go.
Yeah.
But then, Jameer Johnson comes in, has a great goal.
Second goal of the season for him. Great to see that because
Yep.
yeah, he's been away with various things like being with PSV for their you know, for their thing that he was attending and also they had the international break, so it feels like you haven't seen as much of Jameer lately. But it was good to see him get in there and get some action. I was fully expecting Malik Jakubovic goal.
He didn't get much play on the
He
night.
he
They
didn't.
didn't really give him much service.
Yeah.
I, it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
he's still, was he 16 still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
There's a lot of young guys
oh
that are
my gosh,
still
yeah.
learning.
I thought the defense was excellent. They really frustrated Crew 2, I think a lot. They did a good job of like if Mike got beat, like Rafael Uzcategui was there to clear it or Jordan Griffin was there to clear it. Like thought Oscar did a good job. I thought, they all did a really nice job there. Giovanni Sequeira was very busy as well. So like the back line I thought did a pretty good job. And again, having CJ in there, he's paired up there with Nick. Like I thought they were good as, you know, they've been pretty solid, and Eddie Davis came very close to scoring, of course, again. Uh, that seems to be the case so much lately. Just the post gets in the way or this or that. I mean, he's getting shots. Marcus could have easily had at least another one
Sure.
as well, but some good stuff there though throughout. You know, most of the guys on the roster have had a goal at this point. I'm waiting for Oscar or Willie to get a goal. Those guys especially, but no,
Yeah. I mean, so second half was very dominant Crew 2
yeah.
which, the game opened up, they're pressing to get that one goal back, make the game close. Yeah, I mean, credit to the defense for stepping up. It was a big outside Chase Adams goal. I mean, you really
And that was like
can't.
in the 90th minute. It was right at
Yeah,
the end.
I think that was good to see. My
Yes.
question is, when you go up against firepower of Chicago, when you go up against the firepower of, which we saw in person, Red Bulls too, and heck, you make it back to MLS Next Pro Cup. You look at some of those Western Conference teams. What does that look like? Does that stand up? Does that translate? We've seen at times this year, yes, it does, and other times it doesn't. Again, it's MLS Next Pro.
Yeah.
I would like to see heading into these last three games, maybe keeping their foot to the pedal a little bit more in that second half, maybe not get so defensive because it feels like, okay, we're up 2-0. Let's pump the brakes, play
Right.
great defense, and
Let's
go.
like park the bus and ride it out.
Well, it's not park the bus. It's
No.
just let's be more. Let's not give up that goal.
Right.
And sometimes when you do that, you end up giving up that goal or two or three.
Uh-huh. They're lucky, Jameer Johnson gets that goal in like the 90 plus three, So
But
that was like the dagger there that they needed, but it would have been nice to have that a little earlier.
it would have been, again, Kretsch, Jameer, and Kretsch. These young guys are starting to grow into form because let's be honest, folks, this is the next generation. Some of these guys are going to move on after this year. Some of these guys won't be back. That's just like the first team. It's the fluctuation. The next team,
Right.
people will get loaned, people will get sold, move on.
Some
Loans
guys
will
go to college, you got
loans will
all,
end,
yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. So to get these guys some of these minutes, I mean,
Hmm.
no one knows what's going to happen with CJ, Rick, all those more with the first team. Heck, Malik could get Jameer,
Hmm.
Kellen, who knows? But what we do know is see these guys like Willie, like Malik, like Jameer get these opportunities. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, three big matches coming up here. Obviously, they have one coming up on Sunday.
Yep, Sunday
Then they're in Toronto, and then they're back home against NYCFC too.
yep. So yeah, two home matches left. Hopefully some people can get out there and support them. So
We'll,
um
we'll we'll talk about more
yeah.
about that match here at the wrap up. But all right, are you ready?
Oh boy, yeah, let's do this.
I mean, okay.
Um,
Union, unfortunately, as good as the season has gone for Union, last night was a stinker.
they laid an egg.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, they laid an egg, are now tied for this largest margin of defeat.
And they've also had like the biggest margin of
Yeah.
like two,
Hey, hey,
2022. They score a
no questions.
touchdown and a 2 point on
You gotta
DC.
see about that. Yeah, I mean, think about
Now I know how DC felt, I guess.
yeah. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
I mean, to be fair, two of them were PKs. The one was a little questionable, I think, but it was awarded and it is what
They
it is.
lost 7-0. We
It
can't
wa-
sugarcoat it.
no, it was ugly.
It was ugly.
Let's, as someone posted, let's do like the memory eraser thing, the Will Smith Men in Black thing. Like, yeah, that's what you got to do at this point. You know what? Just learn from it, but move on.
Learn from it, move on. Remember that, but also keep an eye on this.
Yeah.
Is this a trend heading into the playoffs? I mean, that's a fair point. I did want to share Bradley Cornell's opening statement. I thought
Hmm.
there were some takeaways from there.
Yes.
Obviously disappointed with the results. We thought we put out a team there that could be very competitive, and we had enough on the field to win the game. So, yeah, from a personnel standpoint, I thought we did exactly what we needed to do. Just unfortunately, the application on my behalf, we couldn't get it right. So, I think over 30 match days, 29, we've proven to find the right recipe. Today we didn't, and yeah, they exposed us and exploited us. So, I think we have enough reps of the 29 previous occasions where we've been very competitive. Today we lost the battle, we lost the war, we lost the fight. So, it's one of those days where the sun sets and tomorrow the sun rises again. And we move on. No time to dwell on it. We have a game on Tuesday. So yeah, just unfortunate. But we'll accept this in the right way. We'll learn from this in the right way, and we'll make sure we'll bounce back.
A lot to digest there.
Yeah.
Um, he said a lot of catchphrases that you would say as a coach
Hmm.
after a very difficult defeat.
Yeah.
My question is, do you think that he overthunk it? We had talked to someone prior to the match that basically said at this point, it seems like both teams are going to go for the match, with 5 matches left. Everybody's bringing out their A team, and they rotated. And do you think he just was okay? We're good enough to get a point on the road again. We had heard that previously when we were on the road covering a match.
Mm-hmm.
And to Bradley's credit, he's done that multiple times during
Yeah.
May, during everything.
Like
But
in Houston, he kind of like rotated things a little bit, and they
and he
got a point on the
rotated
road. But
against Red Bulls.
and well, and that's the thing I said to you yesterday. I'm like, before we knew the lineup, I'm like, I hope Riley doesn't get too cute here, like at Red Bull and switches around too much, and it backfires. And well, but I think that lineup should have been able to get a point, especially when Vancouver's missing Brian White, and they literally have the whole squad
And there's
healthy.
another starting center back on a very solid line. White didn't start that match.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, I know McCanya's out.
I mean that didn't help, and yeah,
And
Blake.
Blake didn't play. Okay. I know Kai, Ty, and Bruno were on the bench. Danley, okay, that's fine. Um,
You're putting Bedoya at right back.
and to credit, he's had one good match, one bad match. I think this was the latter.
What does that say about Bizo if he's going to go with
And that's the question.
Bedoya over an
Do
actual
do
right
we
back?
think Bizo, that who has the speed, could keep up
Because
with their left midfielder?
Alex is getting beat.
And as a result, Jacob was getting brought over, and Jacob's not fast, and that speed down both sides was just killing them. And then Bertholder and Mueller at the middle. I mean, I know Mueller's older, but they were just, and even Rios with the speed. I mean, it it was clear to me, as good as the Union looked in Cincinnati, that same energy, that same fight was not there.
No, it really wasn't.
They just came out flat, and
Is it the
yes,
travel? I don't know, but
and that's another thing. We were talking to somebody today.
yeah,
It's like maybe they probably needed to travel out a day earlier, and that's a fair point. I mean,
yeah. I mean, they left, what was it, Thursday? Right,
Wednesday,
Wednesday. I don't know. They left earlier than usual because that's why the presser was on Wednesday. But
yeah, and so they get out there Thursday. That's 24 hours, 48 hours till match. I mean, probably need 72 to like 4 days to adjust if West Coast. Otherwise, I know you can say otherwise, and some studies are out there, but from just going time changes zones, it can really throw you off 24
hmm
and 48 hours. I mean, I just did it. Having said that, it is he got too cute, and Vancouver, they were ready.
they punished him.
And they punched him. There's no way to sugarcoat it. You prioritize the Open Cup,
Yeah,
which is fine.
yeah,
I mean, Nashville, they went for it last night. They really did.
yeah,
And they almost got away with the point until Vander hits a banger at the end there.
yeah,
You you hope now that Union can respond, that maybe
yeah.
Bradley doesn't try to rotate. At this point, I'm not worried about New England. And I don't think anybody needs to be worried
No,
about
like
New England.
first of
New
all, one thing
England's
I've
good. New England could be sneaky good, steal points. They did that against Toronto last night. I think if it, as I said on the post game when I made my brief appearance,
yeah.
if this is what you wanted to do after that performance, you go win the Open Cup, all's forgotten.
Yeah, if they go and win the Open Cup, then people look back on this and be like, okay, that was the right move. We could sacrifice
I don't know if it
that.
was the right move, but
Well,
okay, I can defend it.
okay. Yeah, like might be like, okay, I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't like that game went the way it did, but you got yourself some hardware and okay. But if they don't get a result on Tuesday, it's like oof.
If they don't get a result in the next 2 matches this week, if this week is kind of one of those
It
weird
needs to be a
weeks.
blip and not a trend.
Yeah, because then you got God knows. I mean, we'll talk about this at the end. But I mean, outside of a bad performance, I mean, you could say overall,
Hmm.
just not good.
Yeah, not good.
Um, again, you know, I think it's fair to say that they laid an egg. It's fair to say that is this reminiscent of Charlotte in 2022? Is this
Which
reminiscent of
Rios was on the field for as well, and scored
yeah.
4 goals against the Union and
Is
cost.
it fair to say it's Pachuca 20 from last year? Sure.
But bring up what happened after Pachuca.
After Pachuca, Union went on to win 5 straight, but I also undefeated in 5 straight. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Until
They,
the wheels fell off
they
with
went. They had that break, and then they lost every lost all their
then
momentum.
wheels fell off. Maybe that's what happens now. Who knows?
I think there's a
2020,
difference though.
2022, 2022, they kind of got they had that little blip there at the end, and
They could have got. We all know we've been through this a million times.
yeah, I'm not
That
even
game
gonna
goes
bring that.
differently,
They
Unless,
go and win
yeah,
the Easter Conference, and then they go to MLS Cup. We know how that plays out.
yeah, yeah.
What I'm saying is, if they can get, and I know probably St. Louis fans are sitting there going, "Oh, I remember the last 4 matches, 4 or 5 matches of our season in 2022," and it's a fair point.
2023.
Oh yeah, 2023. Sorry,
Yeah,
and it's a fair point. They kind of the wheels came off there too. Um,
yeah, but
but let's keep it a buck 50 again. I've been saying that a lot today. Um, if we're gonna say all those things, and again, all those things are true,
hmm
I think the quality is there. I think the talent is there. And I just spoke to Jacob a week and a half ago, and he talked a lot of similarities from 2022. And he flat out said this is so reminiscent of 2022 when I talked to him.
yeah.
Um,
And everybody go check out Kyle's article. It's on our website with
yeah,
Jacob's interview.
yeah. And you can see that in the confidence in training.
Right.
So maybe this is just a blip in the radar.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think a big difference from last year is the fact that there is, I think, more buy-in. Like the chemistry of the team is a little better. They're really buying in. The locker room is good. Like, so we'll see how they respond.
Another concern um, is I'll finish with one more concern here is just the performance again from Indiana Vasilev, and I know we were talking about with some other people during last night, and Quinn Sullivan. Quinn Sullivan has not been the same player
Yeah.
since his return from the Gold Cup. Indiana was just, I mean, again, his
Mhm.
awareness at times last night just is effective. I mean,
Yeah.
again, credit to Vancouver. They neutralized that midfield. They frustrated the back line all night, and you're gonna have to expect more, what
Yeah.
you think from that midfield moving forward.
Yeah. So let's talk about if if it was goal, we think all right, we think it's 3-1. We get one, Union get one back. And LA sets up Mikel and Mikel gets, what appears to be the goal, but then it's called off for an offsides. And but does
It's
I mean
it
maybe
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
we'll never know, and that's the point. Like, okay, maybe that gives them a little momentum the other way, maybe it gives them a little belief and they battle back. Maybe they tied up. We saw Atlanta went on to score 4 goals after they were down 5-0 against Columbus,
But they still
but
lost.
they still lost. The Union pull it back? Maybe when I don't know, but
Who knows?
who knows? It could have ended up being 7-1, but
I think Jose said best on post game shows like the Larry David thing, which is one of my favorite things. Like,
mm, I don't know.
it,
They
it,
just didn't seem to have it last night, honestly. So,
yeah,
but that might
again,
have given them some confidence and maybe a little bit of juice, maybe. But
and it's a shame. It
yeah,
really
we
is
just
a shame because Neil Pierre made his
yeah.
debut for the first team.
Yeah, let me say something about that because like here's I've been saying I would love to see Neil Pierre make his debut. I thought he should have made his debut back again, at Columbus. I thought, that would be a good chance for him. It took till this in the game where it was already a lost cause. but he gets brought in. I mean, at this point, it's like, why not? But
Well, I think that's just
yeah,
Carl's
get
thought.
him some work, rest the other guys because obviously they're not winning this. Also, of course, his brother, now he played for Vancouver Whitecaps too earlier in the day, so he wasn't with the first team, but I'm sure he was there probably watching.
Uh,
But at least, and he got to make a debut in the city where his brother's playing, which is pretty cool. But yeah, really happy for Neil. I think he's tremendous. He didn't, I mean, I wish things would have gone better for him in his debut
yeah,
because the one goal kind of he gets
that was
beat.
definitely on him.
Yeah,
And
which is surprising considering his height and how he got beat there. But it's a learning experience.
again, this is a step up.
He's 17
Exactly.
and I'm still very high on him. I think, he's got a great future. So happy for him to make his debut. And at least the fact that he wasn't going to be available for Union 2. Okay, at least he is not wasted there. He gets his
Yeah, he gets
his,
some
his
experience,
chance.
like you said. I thought he was. I thought. I mean,
That's a tough situation to come into also,
it is on the road. Teams getting destroyed. What are you going to do? What's your mindset like? The other
Yeah.
team's just coming at you in waves.
I mean, you got 17-year-old Neil Pierre and you're going against players like, like legends like Thomas Muller. So
Does he get another opportunity at home now against, New
maybe,
England? We'll
yeah.
see.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him start,
I
but
mean, I don't know if
without Mikanya there, which
I
again, that
mean,
stinks. And on that note too, not only are you going to miss Mikanya, Jovan Lukic got another yellow, so he's going to be out with yellow card accumulation for the New England match. So there's that.
yeah. I mean, let's start going into that. So this week, first game's on Tuesday.
Yep. So you got the Open Cup at Nashville.
Again,
Mikanya can play in that at least.
Kanya, if I'm Carnell, you just go for it. And
Yes.
go for it. No excuses. Let the chips roll. Um, we've said before, we saw it with Red Bull when they played them. It's hard to be a team, and the Union have had success in Nashville in the
It's
past.
hard to beat a team 3 times in a season.
Yeah, three times a season, Union has had success in Nashville. It's gonna be a close, physical game.
Both those games are kind of fluky, to be honest. Like, okay, the first game, the one at home, we all know was
They got
there were some
outplayed.
bad calls though in that. I don't want to put it on the ref, but that one did have some really bad calls that were unfortunate.
Again, the bad calls did not dictate the outcome of the game. I think the Union got outplayed
But
in
my
that.
point is also like those games were pretty close and they were kind of fluky.
They were. I mean, but again, you could say the Union probably should have done better, or at least gotten
Oh,
away with it.
100%.
Uh,
But it wasn't like, oh, it was a blowout and they were totally
no,
like,
I think this game,
yeah, it should be good.
I think if the Union really, truly use this and move on,
Hmm.
that I want to see that competitive fire again. And if you see that, okay, just go on,
Hmm.
win, get to the final. That's all I want to see. And then on Tuesday, and for the remaining home matches, last two, go win your home matches.
Yes.
Go win your home matches. That puts you at 63 points.
If they can get like a point on the road in Charlotte, that would be great.
Go win DC.
But yeah, you need to go
Go
win in
get 9
DC.
points. I do not want to get to Charlotte because Charlotte is red, red hot.
Yeah, they are.
Takamadi, um, Beal, Zaha there and Clean. I mean,
And it's all
nine
turf.
nine straight. I mean, they are red hot. Now, do they maybe run out gifts? Sure, any team can. Heck, we saw what happened to Union last night. We see weird things heading into the end of MLS regular seasons at times.
Yep.
Crazy things can happen, but I don't want it to get to decision day.
No. No, I don't either. I don't want it to decide in
And
Charlotte.
and the crazy part about this all, at the end of the day, Union's still on the top of the league.
Yeah, things worked out. San Diego lost.
So why they did
Think
them?
so Minnesota did them a solid and yeah, just things like the other teams that Union needed some help from, well, they happened. So
Yeah,
they're still
I wouldn't mind Nashville having a draw there with Cincinnati, but it is what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So on Saturday, by the way, it's Fang's birthday, but it's also kick childhood cancer, something that
Yeah.
we are very, very big on.
Yeah, and it's like a 2:30 game, which who doesn't love that?
2:30 game. That's going to be big. And then next day, you got a 3 o'clock game against Chicago, who
Yeah.
second team of Chicago, who's playing really good soccer right now as
They're in
well.
fourth. So, yeah, I mean, Union 2 got shut out by them on the road, but hopefully Union 2 can build on their last two matches and, at home do well and get everything going. So, and of course, with both with the first and second team being home, you have a little bit more options with the, if they need to use, say, Cavan in that or Neil, like they have a little bit more flexibility too. So, yeah.
Yeah, a good week. Probably you don't forget this game, but you move on a little bit easier, I would say.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. I mean, time will tell, playing soccer left,
Hmm.
and I think that's kind of where we end this.
Yeah, like Rocky said, it's not about how hard you can hit, but about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
But also, Mike Tyson said everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. So both are true. Two things can be true. But
Yes.
until next time, this has been an all-new episode of One Team We Agree On.
Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and leave us comments. You can subscribe to our website and get our articles straight to your inbox. You can fill out your info on the subscribe part of our website, the1teamweagreeon.com. And thank you to everyone who engages with us on our socials. And we appreciate you all for that. And thank you for listening, of course. So yeah, keep spreading the word. Help us hit that 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, again, thank you everybody listening. We'll be back probably next weekend with an all-new episode. But until next time, I'm Kyle,
I'm Jillian.
and we'll see you at the game.